Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Three on the Third, hosted by Wondering Dreamer 555 here on YouTube. Everyone that's participating will be in the description box. Please click on it and see what they have created. So we have a treat today, kinda, maybe. I think it's a treat. So what is the treat? The treat is we're gonna do four cards versus three. Isn't that amazing? That's wonderful, right? So I want to share with you what I'm using first. I'm using these from Michaels. And I used these before. I used this one before, and I think this earlier in the year. And we're going to be using it. I guess this was a boo boo. You can see, well, you can't see, but it's a little sticker right here. We're going to be using this and the Christmas tree. And let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to do first. First, first, I'm going to show you the cards. This is the first card. And this paper in the background is Martha Stewart paper from, it says Martha Stewart paper pad. Doesn't have a title on the back, but it's copyright 2018. I did pick it up on a great deal from Amazon, probably in 2018. So this is how it looks. This little bow is giving me a little bit of a heartache, but that's okay. And then our second one, which I like a little bit more, is this Christmas tree. It's a little, but that's okay. No one needs to know. No one needs to know. So this is what we're going to be doing today. Also, I'm going to be making a bow. I thought it'd be fun to make a bow with you all. I think I've made a bow every time we've made a bow together. And then I just want to discuss a few things. First, let's make this bow. Let's move our rubbish out of the way. Quit. So I usually leave, when I'm making a bow, I usually leave it on the spool unless I'm using like some scrap string or yarn or whatever to make the bow. Okay. So, oh, we're running out too. And I don't even know. I think this was like in a set of four or five, maybe. So I'm running low. I have a different color now, but then take. I mean, you know how to make a bow, right? It's like tying your shoes, kind of. So if you don't have that little bridge. So now you got two little ears. It's, it's thicker, so it's a little bit more complicated to do. Take one and tuck it best as possible. Tuck it through. Ooh. You pull, just. Oh, not that much adjust. If you need to make it smaller, of course, that would be the adjusting that you needed, but we don't need to small. So we're just gonna tighten it some. I just fold the bow over on itself to see if it's, I don't know, if it's the same size. If not, I can adjust it. And then I just take these, touch them together, cut at an angle. You have your bow. Then I could come over here and fluff it out if I needed to, or take like a pen or a pencil, something round, a round barrel of a crafting tool to fluff up my bow. There you have it. So now we're going to talk about what I struggle with a little bit. Oh, and these cards I got, these are prefabricated cards. I got them from HSN a while back now. I think to be, transparent as possible, I haven't really been buying new craft supplies. I have been buying new old stuff like maybe destashes and things like that, but I haven't really went out and bought like a bunch of new things. I haven't had a desire to yet, I guess. And plus I like the season, the colder season, so it's always fun to get new stuff. Like I'm hoping that I can find a few not Valentine's, Halloween paper pads that I may like. But I'm not sure if you can see, you see a little bit of this sparkle right here. So what I thought would be really cool, I'm going to go buy a Jelly Roll pen today. I thought I would use my gel pen to just accent or highlight, I probably should get some. Is that Wink Stella? I have a Wink Stella pen in a box somewhere. And that's why, I've been telling myself, don't buy anything. You don't need anything. Doing. So I was looking for red ribbon. I found white. And it was so thin. I was like, no, this is not going to work. So we're not using that. It's our glue. I need some more glue. Like I need to get on the good foot. I haven't ordered any glue. Because some point, if you have a large amount of stuff, supplies and something, you may say, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on purchasing all this other stuff, maybe. But I also think that sometimes it's fun to just go shopping. Even if you don't buy anything, just looking around and seeing what is being offered is always fun as well. Just gonna spread that glue like that. And I don't like to spread or burnish down when I have like glitter or something on because I feel like it just transfer all over the card. So I didn't want to use too much. You see, because placement, right? This one side. You're probably like, why you got that ugly brown strip? I thought it would be a different color to use. It matches the pine cones as well as this wreath. It gives off, I like it. That's really the reason why I use it. And I got to be mindful of our bow that we're going to be placing down as well. You ever woke up like hungry? That is me. This this week has been rough. August has been a This year has been rough. Rough on different aspects. I think sometimes as a human, you can get the big head, or you could get to a point of where you don't think you need to say thank you for all the things that you've given to me. Thank you for the grace that you give me. Thank you for your mercy. And sometimes you got to eat a slice of humble pie or a whole cake or two or three cakes to get your act together, where you realize that it's not you, it's someone else, a higher being, especially if you believe in a higher being. So it's been a rough, not rough, just an interesting turn of events this year for me. Very interesting. The little guy's in school, and I am not liking it. I'm not liking his lackadaisical attitude about school. I'm not liking the communication that I'm getting from the school. So it's been very interesting. And not to toot my own horn, was a scholar, right? Like I went to school, like school was my safe haven. Go to school, I would just learn, read books, just, soak up all the things that needed to be soaked up as a young child in my situation. And it wasn't like horrific. You know, I look back on my life and I think and I'm thankful for everything. Some things I had too little of, some things I had too much of. And I think time is one of the things that you never realize that you don't have enough of until the person or people are no longer in your life, and you can't get those moments back, the moments that you might have said, "Oh, I can't wait till I'm this or I'm that." Like I never really was like, I want to be an adult. I did not like my living situation, but I never was like, "Oh, I can't wait to get out of here because I can't stand your rules." I was more like, "You are crazy. Need this or I need that." But my son, I think big roommate and I have made adulting look too easy. And I think that's what happens in kids' life. Like we, the adults, mess those kids up. We make it look like everything is great, which is supposed to be that way, right? When you think about it, the kids are not supposed to know you're struggling, you're barely making ends meet. Um, you may not have enough food for everybody, so somebody doesn't eat, or they may eat less, or they may eat more rice, or more beans, or more potatoes. All those inexpensive things that you can, well, back in the day when I was growing up, you can get an abundance of. And it was a little bit easier to pretend like everything was okay. So I'm gonna put this big jewel right here. I am not using the right tweezers. This is supposed to be for paper rolling, but I like it. So gonna use this one right. I'll put this. There you go. We have our three on the third, but we are going to give ourselves a treat. Basically, I only had two of these. As you know, it's 24 of those little sticker things in the pack, and I only had two of each, so I needed to actually, make three cards. Do the same thing. And this one has a lot of pine cones on it, but we're going to do the opposite direction just to give it a little bit of difference. The ones I did by myself and then the ones we did together. I wanted to make these into little flags, but or pennants. I think that's what some of the craft titles call them. Pennants. It didn't come out right. I was very hesitant to use this, and I was like, you know what? No, go ahead and let's see how it looks. And I'm glad I did because it looks pretty decent to me. It just kind of ties in, and these are 1.5 inches. 5.5. Been to two birthday parties so far, and my son's birthday is coming up. And I had this cool idea for a party, right? The problem is the venue. The location. Call one spot. Well, I call one spot. My friend told me that's what she did her daughter's baby shower at. And they wanted $875. $875. And we had to buy the food from them. And we had to have a minimum of 100 people. I was like, thank you very much. I hope you have a great day. That is not for us. I mean, it's for a 7-year old. So, it's so funny. My son is, oh, a few of his friends are younger than him because their birthdays um, are regular months before September. So, they're in their appropriate grade. And so is my son, but his birthday is after the cutoff of September the 9th, I believe. So he couldn't go to school early. And if he had, technically, he in second grade. Come on, Jim. He's not, he's in first grade. So I always feel weird. I don't know. Because when I was a little girl, something similar happened to me. The, my mom and I were walking by the school one day, and the principal, back in the day, the principals principals, right? Things have definitely changed over time. But he was like, "Hey, hey, hey, where are you taking her? She needs to be in school." It was like 10 in the morning. And she was like, "Oh no, she's just 4." And back when I was young, they didn't have preschool. This is our second coat we made together, blank on the inside. These are all of our 3 on the third. Yes, I know it's one extra. I like these a lot. I think, things with bows on it just always seem to look so much prettier. I don't know. I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.